Welcome, dear Scorpio. Today carries an intense yet deeply transformative energy that speaks directly to your soul. July 18th is not simply another date on the calendar. It is a turning point, one that quietly marks the beginning of a new emotional, spiritual, and personal chapter. The universe has been working behind the scenes for quite some time, rearranging situations, removing people who no longer belong in your future, and preparing opportunities that will soon become impossible to ignore. At first glance, today may seem like an ordinary day. You may wake up expecting your usual routine. The same responsibilities, the same conversations, the same expectations. But beneath the surface, something extraordinary is shifting. Scorpio, you are one of the strongest and most resilient signs of the zodiac. People often admire your confidence, your determination, and your ability to remain calm under pressure. They see someone who appears fearless, someone who always seems to have control over every situation. What they don't always see are the silent battles you've fought, the nights when your thoughts refused to let you sleep, the disappointments you carried without telling anyone, the betrayals that changed the way you trusted people, the sacrifices you made for those you loved, even when no one truly appreciated them. The universe has witnessed every one of those moments. Nothing has gone unnoticed. Every difficult experience has been shaping you into someone wiser, stronger, and more emotionally powerful than ever before. Today begins revealing why those experiences were necessary. For weeks, perhaps even months, you may have felt as though life was moving more slowly than expected. Plans were delayed. Opportunities disappeared. People behaved in ways that confused or disappointed you. At times, it may have seemed as though the universe had forgotten about you. But today, a new understanding begins to emerge. The delays were never punishments. They were protection. The endings were never failures. They were redirections. And the waiting was never meaningless. It was preparation. One of the greatest lessons of today is learning to trust timing instead of forcing outcomes. Scorpio naturally likes certainty. You want to understand what's happening. You want to know where you're going. You want answers before taking the next step. But today's energy gently reminds you that not every answer arrives before the journey begins. Sometimes life asks you to trust first. The clarity comes later. Pay close attention to the people you meet today. A casual conversation, a message you almost ignore, an unexpected phone call, or even a random encounter could become much more important than it first appears. The universe often changes lives through ordinary moments. Remain observant. Remain patient. Remain open to possibilities that don't look exactly the way you imagined. Today also encourages emotional release. You've carried burdens for far too long. Some of those burdens were never yours to carry. Perhaps you've blamed yourself for situations you couldn't control. Perhaps you've remained loyal to people who never truly valued your loyalty. Perhaps you've spent too much time trying to fix relationships that only one person wanted to save. The universe reminds you today, your heart deserves peace too. You don't have to rescue everyone. You don't have to explain your worth. You don't have to prove your loyalty to people who constantly question it. Choose yourself, not from selfishness, but from self-respect. There is an enormous difference. As the day continues, you'll notice your intuition becoming stronger than ever. Scorpio has always possessed remarkable instincts. You often sense things long before they happen. Today, those instincts become even sharper. If something feels right, follow it. If something repeatedly feels wrong, trust that feeling. Your intuition is one of the greatest gifts the universe has given you. Don't silence it simply because logic cannot yet explain what your heart already knows. You may also notice signs appearing throughout the day. Repeated numbers, meaningful dreams, unexpected memories, powerful emotions, or conversations that seem strangely familiar. These are gentle reminders that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Professionally, emotionally, Financially, spiritually, a new cycle is beginning. The old version of your life is quietly coming to an end. Not because you've failed, but because you've outgrown it. The universe is making room for something greater. Trust the process. Trust yourself. And most importantly, trust the incredible strength that has carried you through every difficult season until now. Because July 18th is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of one of its most powerful chapters. Career and professional success. Professionally, today brings powerful momentum. Dear Scorpio, over the past several months, you've worked harder than many people realize. While others searched for shortcuts, you've quietly continued building your future through discipline, patience, and determination. There were moments when you questioned whether anyone truly noticed your effort. Today begins answering that question. Someone important has been paying attention all along. Your reliability, your intelligence, your ability to remain calm under pressure, your willingness to solve problems instead of creating them. These qualities are becoming impossible to ignore. You may soon receive greater responsibility. Don't be intimidated. Greater responsibility often arrives before greater rewards. If you're employed, a supervisor or influential colleague may begin trusting you with projects that have long-term importance. This is your opportunity to demonstrate everything you've learned. Don't doubt yourself. You've prepared for this moment much longer than you realize. If you're looking for work, today's energy becomes especially encouraging. An application you thought had been forgotten may suddenly receive attention. A former colleague, a friend, a family member, or even a casual acquaintance may unexpectedly connect you with an opportunity that changes your direction completely. Never underestimate the value of maintaining good relationships. Sometimes success arrives through people rather than plans. Business owners also receive powerful support. New partnerships, long-term clients, creative ideas, business expansion, digital opportunities, international connections, all become more favorable during this period. Your natural ability to understand people's motivations gives you a unique advantage in negotiations. Use that gift wisely. Today also reminds you to stay away from unnecessary workplace conflicts. Not every disagreement deserves your energy. Not every opinion requires your response. Focus on your goals. Protect your reputation. Continue allowing your work to speak louder than your words. By the end of the day, you'll begin realizing something important. The future you've been patiently building is finally beginning to build itself around you. Dear Scorpio, as July 18th slowly comes to an end, allow yourself to pause for a few quiet moments and reflect on how far you've truly come. The past several months have challenged you in ways that very few people fully understand. While others may have only seen your calm expression and quiet determination, they never witnessed the battles you fought within yourself. There were moments when you questioned your future, moments when trust became difficult, moments when disappointment made you wonder whether all your effort was truly worth it. Yet despite everything, you never stopped moving forward. You continued believing, you continued rebuilding, and most importantly, you never allowed life's difficulties to define who you are. The universe wants you to remember something important today. Every challenge you faced has been preparing you for a greater purpose. Nothing happened by accident. The opportunities you lost were never truly meant to stay. The people who walked away created space for those who genuinely belong in your future. The delays that once frustrated you gave you time to become wiser, stronger, and emotionally prepared for the blessings that are now approaching. Scorpio, one of your greatest strengths has always been your resilience. You have an incredible ability to transform pain into wisdom. You don't simply survive difficult seasons. You grow because of them. Every setback has made you more determined. Every disappointment has sharpened your intuition. Every obstacle has revealed strength you never knew you possessed. Never underestimate that gift. The world often sees your confidence, but only you know how much courage it has taken to reach this point. Today, the universe asks you to stop looking backward. The past has already taught you everything it needed to teach. You no longer have to carry old regrets. You no longer have to replay painful memories. You no longer have to wonder what might have happened if life had unfolded differently. Everything happened for a reason, and every step has led you exactly where you're meant to be. Professionally, your future holds remarkable possibilities. The work you've invested, the sacrifices you've made, the patience you've shown, are all beginning to create momentum. A conversation may soon change your direction. Someone influential may recognize your talents. An opportunity that once seemed impossible may suddenly become realistic. Stay ready. Stay confident. Your persistence is about to be rewarded. Financially, continue trusting your instincts while remaining practical. Your ability to recognize hidden opportunities is becoming stronger. Don't rush major decisions. Allow yourself time to evaluate every possibility carefully. The smartest decisions are rarely the fastest ones. Remember, long-term stability is always more valuable than temporary excitement. Emotionally, something beautiful is happening inside you. You're becoming lighter. You're releasing burdens that never belonged to you. You're beginning to understand that forgiveness is not something you offer for someone else's benefit. You forgive so that your own heart can finally experience peace. That emotional freedom changes everything. Relationships also begin entering a healthier chapter. The people who truly appreciate your loyalty will naturally move closer. Those who only created confusion will quietly disappear. Don't chase what is leaving. Trust what is arriving. Life is making room for something better. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Protect your dreams. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your heart. Choose carefully who earns your trust. Trust your intuition more than your fears. Your instincts have always been one of your greatest strengths. If something feels right, move toward it with confidence. If something repeatedly feels wrong, walk away without guilt. Your inner voice already knows the answers you've been searching for. Listen to it. Never compare your journey with anyone else's. Some people achieve success early. Others achieve something far greater because they refused to give up. Your story has never been about speed. It has always been about transformation. And transformation takes time. Walk into tomorrow without fear. Leave yesterday where it belongs. Believe in the future you're creating. Believe in your strength. Believe in your dreams. Smile more often. Trust more deeply. Love without allowing fear to control your heart. Because every difficult chapter you've survived has prepared you for this moment. The universe is no longer testing your strength. You've already proven it. Now, it is preparing to reward your courage, your resilience, your patience, and your unwavering determination to keep moving forward even when the path seemed uncertain. Dear Scorpio, keep believing in yourself. Keep trusting your intuition. Keep following your purpose with confidence. Because your brightest chapter is no longer somewhere in the distance. It has already begun. The doors you've been waiting to open are finally beginning to move. And the life you've been quietly building is closer than you've ever imagined. Walk forward with faith. The universe is standing beside you. And your greatest victories are still yet to come.